dramatic cat.
There are times when the drugs are flowing and the emotions are running high, the lights and music make you dizzy and the world slips out of control. It's like a car accident that happens too quickly. You can't stop it, you can't think about it, you just have to lean back and watch as everything changes forever. You've lost control! You say to yourself as the wheel of the world slips from your hands, it's happening too fast! And all you can do is wait for the ride to end, the car to crash, the world to stop. It's like chasing after time, chasing after the things that have already happened, because the drugs have made you too slow. You're thick and awkward, but if you can just catch up, then maybe you can grab it. Maybe you can grab at time and stop it. But no, it's already happened. You have no choice. Play it out. That's how Michael described to me the moments leading up to the murder. That's the way he described to me killing Angel. I didn't realize when I came over to his house to warm my feet that we would be having a serious conversation. I must confess, I was woefully unprepared for it. You see, my night had started off rather typically. When I surfaced from my K-hole, I didn't know where I was exactly, but that's not unusual. I didn't recognize anybody either, but that too is not unusual. Often on Special K, everybody looks like Mrs. Butterworth, all clear and brown and syrupy slow. It's usually quite comical to watch them pour over each other and onto each other, then ooze across the dance floor. I was wearing, what was I wearing? Goodness! I guess I was wearing a peignoir. Not at all suitable for a blizzard in Times Square. But yes, by the looks of it, I was in Times Square. Nearly naked and half drag, and those spots in my eyes were snowflakes. I didn't have any money, and for the life of me, I couldn't remember where I lived. And the club I had just left, it had already disappeared. A sticky situation. I stumbled through the storm until I came across a police station. The doors were locked, so I knocked. And when an officer opened the door, I boldly announced that I was turning myself in. I would like to be taken into custody immediately, please. I'm very cold. Strangely, they wouldn't let me in. Please, sirs, I've done all sorts of illegal things this evening. We can work out the charges later. Now about that one phone call? There's a phone booth on the corner, the officer growled, and locked the door on me again. Go away, you. I had to beg for change, and New Yorkers proved to be a callous lot. Maybe it was that my eyes were going lizard-like in two directions. Maybe it was my pot-belly spilling out of the flimsy little negligee I was wearing. But nobody stopped to help. Which was just as well. I didn't know my phone number anyway. I sat down in a puddle to cry. Then I looked up and saw a beacon of hope, miles away, but there, a point of reference. Riverbank. My old home. My fortress of solitude. Michael's home now. I can go to Michael's. I can go home to Riverbank. I hobbled through the snow with a little string of snot swinging from my nose in the frigid night air. I had only a few rocks thrown at me on the way. The doorman, God bless them, remembered me and let me straight up. Michael's door was open, wide open, but nobody was home. I sat down and inspected my battered little body from frostbite and chilblains, and I don't even know what chilblains are. But I was safe. Safe and sound on friendly ground. I took a quick look around and was surprised by what I found. Since when, I wondered, did Michael Alec ever show any interest in home decorating? When did he get taste? He'd always been alarmingly unoriginal as far as I was concerned. But this wasn't Brooke Astor's taste, to be sure, or even mine, but his apartment had undergone a rather radical transformation months since I'd seen it. A decent Louis Quinze replica rested in the corner, a marble bust of some mad composer in the foyer, a red velvet sofa with golden claws and a ram's head arm. Not bad. Little glass jug vials filled with coloured liquids dangled prettily from a new chandelier and tinkled in the night air. Very odd. He clumped into the apartment, and when he saw that I was there, threw his arms around me. "Scrinkle!" he cried. "Oh, hey, Scrottle! Luffy Lardar, I'm so glad you're here. We have so much to catch up on. Would you like some tea? He asked. Here, come get nice and comfy. We went into the bedroom and climbed onto his big new bed. He put a Bergman film on. Wild Strawberries? Michael was watching Wild Strawberries. On top of his new television, he put it into his VCR, but sat next to his brand new computer. Something was very wrong here. Michael, you can't even read. What on earth do you need a computer for? Oh, it's a gift for phrase. He waved his hands dismissively. Scone, they're from Balducci's. I shook my head no. Then he got out 9 bags of heroin and lined them up on a tray next to the tea cozy. I reached for a bag and he slapped me. After, I want you coherent for this. Now try their tarts. We nibbled and sipped and giggled like geese. Then 20 minutes later, James, we have to talk. Do you notice anything different? Anyone missing? Missing? From this room? I don't get it. No, just missing in general. A drug dealer who hasn't been seen in a while? Freeze? No. Another drug dealer. Used to stay here? Freeze stays here. The other drug dealer who stays with me. I hate it when you do Special K. I shrugged thickly. Angel, James. Angel. Haven't you noticed Angel hasn't been around? Angel? Ugh. I mean, well, sure. I guess Angel was a drug dealer, but he was the worst kind of drug dealer. The kind who was actually, wanting money for his drugs? How rude is that? So, I avoided him like the plague. Of course, which wasn't easy. He strutted around the clubs like he was God's own cousin, sporting a ridiculous pair of wings. Yes, wings! Dingy old white wings that were already knocking off my wiggle, spilling my drink. Ugh, he was such a nightmare. No, Michael, I said. I haven't seen Angel lately. I don't care enough for him to keep track of where he is. In fact, you really ought to get rid of him. He makes you look bad. He's so nasty. And those wings are so damn annoying. Oh, well, you'll be happy to hear that I did just that. I got rid of him. All right? He laughed in that staccato half-snort and gulp that is uniquely his. Yep, I got rid of him, boy, once and for all. Scrinkladella do! I killed him. I didn't believe it at first. He was exaggerating, I thought. Something happened, of course. Something always happens. Oh, Angel probably was dead, all right. No big deal. Or maybe he was in the hospital. Who cared? They had probably been partying too hard and Angel overdosed. Happens all the time. People die around us all the time. Drop like flies. Overdose. AIDS. Sometimes they kill themselves. People come. They go. Dying is the same as rehab or moving back to Missouri. It just means I won't be seeing them again. New people were already in line to take their place. Hey-ho! I grabbed a bag of heroin. Please, James, this is serious. I could tell that he was really upset. So he told me the whole story, from beginning to end. How he and Freeze had murdered Angel during a fight, and how they dismembered the body and threw him into the Hudson River. Stay tuned for part 2, which will be coming soon.